The first pick in the 2025 WNBA draft presented by State Farm goes to the Dallas Wings.
The Dallas Wings just won as consequential a WNBA draft lottery as the Indiana Fever won last year. I truly believe that. I know there's going to be some Caitlin Clark stands that say it's crazy. But what Paige will mean to her franchise, I think will be every bit as valuable to Caitlin Clark. Now, that's not saying they're the same player. That's not saying Paige is better than Caitlin. What I am saying is this is a day one franchise-changing point guard. Not only does Paige score, not only does Paige facilitate, she leads, she defends, she playmakes. And frankly, she just doesn't make mistakes, particularly for someone with the ball in her hands as often as it is. When she gets to the next level, when she's playing with world-class players, her game is only going to be elevated. I absolutely anticipate her to be a day one impact player. She is as polished and fundamentally sound as any prospect I remember seeing. Now, don't conflate that with she's the best player that's ever existed. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying she is WNBA ready right now. She will average 15 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, a steal, and turn the ball over very seldomly. Not to mention, the players on her team will dramatically improve from her presence on the court. And these are only the on-court benefits. I said on Twitter yesterday, a not so incidental ripple effect from this is now the price tag on Satou Sabally just went up. And the reason I believe this is, had they lost the draft lottery, fallen to 2, they draft Kiki Iriefin, they probably just unload Satou to the highest bidder, and they start rebuilding through youth and assets. With Paige, the calculus changes, folks. Here's a couple reasons why. Number one, Dallas is now a playoff team. There is no doubt with the starting 5 of Paige Bueckers, Arike, Maddie Siegrist, Satou Sabally, Tierra McCowan. That is a 100% playoff starting 5. And that's also not accounting for another $200K you're going to have to spend because Natasha Howard's out the door. So it's very possible other free agents might look at this Dallas situation on a 1-year contract before the new CBA. Let me go pay with Paige and Arike and Satou and maybe bump up my value for a bag in 2026.
Show me the money.
So now Dallas holds a lot more leverage in this Satou Sabally sweepstakes. Like I said, I think it was very likely they were going to field offers and they were probably just going to cut their losses. They were going to take a first-round draft pick, maybe 2, and they'd say, okay, thanks for the memories. We'll send you on your way. Now, they don't have to trade her for anything less than they think market value is. They are the ones setting the market now. And if people don't meet those needs, okay, we'll core you. We'll play you this year. We can core you 2 times, remember? So we'll trade you. We'll offload you next offseason. But this year, you're going to play for us. You're going to put up great numbers because you're kind of playing in a contract year in a way. But you're also going to showcase how dynamic and fantastic our offense is with Paige Bueckers leading the show. So in 2026, when we see a free agent class the likes we have never seen before, a lot of players might turn their heads and say, hey, Dallas is looking pretty decent. Dallas's future is looking pretty good. Now, the caveat I will say is they've got to hire the right coach. Kurt Miller's running the show now. as far as the general managing duties are concerned. They get a coach in there that players respect, players want to play for. Watch out. Like I said, I think this, I'm not saying it's definite, but this is a potentially franchise-changing moment. The ping pong balls fell in such a way that this could absolutely change the trajectory of this franchise for the next 10 to 15 years.